Hello everyone and welcome. Today I'm getting ready for a film photography shoot. I'm going to break down my pre-production process, film stocks and camera gear, and the results. Before we get started, I just wanted to say thank you so much for the support on the last video. It really made me happy to read on the comments the cameras that you love to use and to see people of all different experience levels in the comments as well. So this shoot is for Alza Osteria, which is an Italian restaurant in Brea, and if you're ever in the area, you have to try it. The food is amazing. The owner's name is Lauren and she is just the best. For this shoot, we wanted to do sort of a documentary style with natural lighting. We wanted to be sort of as unintrusive as possible, and that's really how I prefer to work. It's a bigger risk because sometimes you don't know exactly what you're going to get, but I think there is an opportunity to capture something very honest and real. I knew immediately I wanted to shoot black and white film on medium format, and then I also knew I wanted to shoot something else in color. I just didn't know what yet. So I made a mood board, and after gathering some inspiration, I found these really cool photos that were in film, color, and had flash. I already knew for black and white film I wanted to shoot Kodak Tri-X 400, mostly because of the contrast of that film and because it just looks so classic. I mean, the film stock is 84 years old after all. For color, it took a bit more time and research, but I was between a random film stock I got in Japan, a Fujicolor 100, and a Portra 400. The first film stock was too much of a risk as I haven't shot with it before. Fujicolor 100 was in the mix because I prefer the cool color tones of Fuji. RIP. Having a cool film stock would have definitely made the reds in the pastas stand out more. However, it might have made the fluorescence in the kitchen look too green. Ultimately, I also wanted to have the flexibility of being able to shoot indoors without flash. 100 speed film is just not quite suited for that. So Portra 400 it is. For these types of documentary style shoots, I feel like it's best to give yourself as much flexibility as you possibly can. Plus, Portra 400 is really great. It's just not Pro 400H. Let me know in the comments if you have any alternatives to Fujifilm that you like to use, because I only have one roll left of Pro 400H.
Boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Next, I went to my local camera store to pick up some film. I'm super excited for this shoot, so I may have gone a little overboard. I got a film holder that I definitely needed, the Kodak Tri-X 400, and a bunch of different film stocks. As far as camera gear, I'm bringing my Mamiya 645, Contax T2, Sony A7S, spare batteries and lens caps, film holder, Black Pro Mist quarter filter, some extra memory cards, my multi-tool, and I also have my Sekonic L758 light meter, along with my laptop charger, hard drives, and then some just basic tools that I always keep in my trunk. So the first thing that I did when I got to the shoot was take some light readings. It was darker than I had anticipated, but this wasn't too big of a problem as I wanted to do some low shutter speed stuff so I could get some cool movement in the frame. We started with getting some photos outside with Lauren and the restaurant sign. Next, we moved on to action shots in the kitchen. At first, we had the restaurant to ourselves. There's just something so cool about being able to watch people in their element. That's kind of what I love to do with either DP work or photography. You're just sort of appreciating people through images. Next, I got a few low shutter speed shots. I didn't use a tripod here, but next time I would, just because of the shutter slap in the Mamiya. I think these turned out pretty cool, but it would have been a lot more crisp on the tripod. Next, we got shots of the food. I'm happy with how these turned out because in my head, I was picturing something close up and moody. On the medium format photos, we used my Aperture MC lights as well, just to give a little extra light. Lastly, I shot what I would call B-roll or texture of the space, and I really liked the way these turned out. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the results, and it's always just a good time when you're working with friends. Special thank you to Lauren, the owner, and Christian for bringing me onto this shoot, and Anthony, of course. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if there are any film stocks that you're interested in seeing me shoot. I'll be shooting with some friends in New York and Portland, so make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and maybe even the notification bell for good measure, just so you know exactly when those videos drop. I'll see you again soon. Bye.